It is Indiana in the Morning, presented as always by First Commonwealth Bank here on WCCS AM 1160 and FM 101.1. And this interview with the Homer Center football players and coach is also on Facebook Live this morning, so you can actually watch the guys in the studio. Let's get Coach Page up here first because he's going to introduce these strapping young men. Coach,
morning,
good morning,
everybody. How you guys doing?
We're doing well. Look
Good.
at the snow you brought with us. That was supposed to be done by now.
I know. You know what? I think we'd take it Friday night too.
I was wondering
If it,
about that.
If it wants to make its way through Altoona, so we'll see what happens.
That seemed to work out the last time, didn't it?
Either way, we'll take what's up there.
The Homer Center Wildcats, the District 6 championship game tomorrow night against the Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders. Coach, guys ought to be pretty well familiar with that group, shouldn't they?
They should be, yeah. It's almost like the script of the season for us is very similar to last year. We're just looking for a better result at this point.
You have brought with you, I see 5 fellas, maybe a couple more joining us as the time progresses here. Who did you bring with you today?
Well, we got Jesse Lee back over my right shoulder. I got to make sure I see them. I know they're here. Nick Schmidt, Logan Hill, Matt Miles, and Bossa McCracken. Hopefully a couple more to show up. But we opened it to all of our seniors to have the opportunity, and some guys like to do this kind of stuff, and others kind of shy away from it. So to each his own in that regard.
And a few are still in bed.
Probably. That might be what the excuse is. Yeah,
that could happen as well. Well, working particularly with this group of seniors and the group of seniors on the football team, that's a very accomplished group of young men, isn't it?
It is. I was thinking on the way up, it really starts with them. It's always about the players, and they get the job done every week. But these seniors have really come a long way in many different qualities. I know I'm proud of them, and our staff is. So we get a lot of media attention from you guys in the Gazette and elsewhere, and a lot of community support, but it really starts with this core group of guys.
Yeah, you stop and you think about it. This is the third time you've taken the team to the District 6 title game. You beat Bishop Guilfoyle in 2013, lost last year. They haven't lost since that game against you.
They haven't. I mean, they're just rolling right now. They've got a really good program. They're well coached. They have good kids. Our kids know it's a challenge, but one thing about this group that's been evident over the last couple of years, and really you could extend it back to that first group that won the championship too, was they just go out ready to play the games on Friday night or in some occasions Saturday night. It's just been tremendous to see them not be fazed by anything. And I think that's the way you have to be when you play the game of football.
Yeah, one of the interesting things about it to me is that every year you have a brand new football team because guys go away and new guys come in to replace them. And particularly this year, you're working with a very young quarterback, and he's working with a group of pretty veteran ball players.
Yeah, my early concern, even going into the summer, was how he would mesh with them and they would mesh with him. But I think that was put to rest pretty quickly when they saw his ability level and also his personality and his willingness to want to work with those guys and make them better. I remember a quote that he said earlier in the season was he just wanted to come in and contribute, and I think it was to the point of not mess these guys up. So he's done above and beyond in that regard.
Yeah, well, let's meet some of the guys.
Sure.
Let's talk to Jesse Lee first. School's all-time leading rusher, and happens to be the all-time leading rusher in the family too, right, Jesse?
Yes, sir.
You sort of hold that over Ian a little bit?
A little bit. It's a little tension.
A little give and take there, and now you're on top.
Mm-hmm.
I meet Grandpa Mike a lot out at Yarnix, and he's so proud of you. The whole community is. Talk about working with this group of guys, particularly your senior teammates down through the years. You guys came up together, and you stuck together the whole time.
Mm-hmm. It's been fun with these guys. It's like Coach said, it seems like we're never phased. They always say our coaching staff, we're real loose. We never go in like overthinking or anything. We just play, and it's been working. Yeah.
Now, you guys have looked at Bishop Guilfoyle on film, I'm sure. Have you had a chance to see him in person? I bet you.
No, I have not, but a few of our guys have.
Yeah.
A lot of them film, though, yeah.
Yeah. So what's he told you about them that is maybe different from last year?
They have like their running back. He's real athletic and good, and just overall good team, yeah.
Yeah, terrific. Let's skip over to the other side of the room. Bossa McCracken, come on up to the microphone. Boston, you were here a couple of weeks ago, weren't you, for ICTC?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So you and Jesse in the backfield, that's the dynamic duo back there for the Wildcats. It must be pretty cool to know that the other guys don't have any idea who's coming at them, either you or Jesse. It's going to be something.
Oh, yeah, it's great to have me and Jesse in there for second year in a row. We really do complement each other in the backfield.
Mm-hmm. As you think back to when you were a younger player coming onto the Homer Center football team to where you are now, obviously you're a bigger kid than you were back then, but talk about your development as a football player.
Over the years, I have been able to work with a few guys, and with the advisory of the coaches, I have been able to get a little bit better in my just being able to read a little bit better on the line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just to be able to find the hole.
Overall.
Find the hole, know when to cut, all of that. And here comes some more guys into the room, too. So we're going to extend this segment for the rest of the program. No, we can't do that. We've got other guests coming. But let's talk to some of the other guys as well. Matt Miles, come on up, join us here this morning. Matt is another guy. I'm looking at the notes Mr. Burdick provided, and I'm so happy for that. There's... Huh? The one note with him, the swing back note? Yeah. I think, and Coach Page will confirm this, the only team probably ever that uses the term swing back, besides Laurel Valley, right?
Right.
Yeah, you're the swing back. You're the swing back out of the Power I. Talk about working out of that position and what the duties are.
I don't get the ball much. Obviously.
Not that I'm complaining.
Yeah. I'm mainly a blocker, and I run routes. And, yeah, I get the ball every once in a while.
Yeah, and you make the most of those opportunities, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
I try to.
You guys are all two-way players, right? Everybody plays on both sides of the ball? Mm-hmm. Offense or defense, Matt? Which do you prefer?
Defense.
Defense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, either way, you got to run into people.
Yeah.
When it comes right down to it. All right, good luck to you. Logan Hill, come join us here this morning. Now, my note says you're one of the best defensive ends that anybody has ever seen. Well, named Burdick or named Ward Hilliard. The defensive end position, you're not a particularly big guy, and that means you're going against guys probably a lot bigger than you most of the season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you look at that, and you look at what you're going to be facing tomorrow night against Bishop Guilfoyle. Break down the matchup for me. Who are you going against most of the time?
Well, it all depends on our formation defensively. A lot of the time, I'm up on the line, but it just go whoever's there. Line up mostly on the wing or tight end, whoever I am, and read his steps.
And you have to play a lot of contain, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does he use that word over and over and over with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot.
Got to contain. All right. Very good. Good for you. Nick Schmidt, come join us. He's the guy that Coach Page was talking about a couple of moments ago. And you're working with this group of veteran guys. Talk about how they accepted you into. He's the senior receiver. Sorry, I'm going brothers. I'm going the other direction. They look alike? Yes, they do. Okay. Well, you look alike. You look just like your brother. Did anybody ever tell you that?
Yeah, I've been told that a lot.
All right. Well, working with this group of guys for all these years, you as well as a senior, you've come up through the ranks with them. A lot of fun to work with these guys down through the years.
Oh, definitely. I mean, everybody's their different character, and it's really fun to see like how we handle different situations, and sometimes it's really funny.
Yeah. Messiest locker. Who has
Messiest locker? I don't think it's any of the seniors. I think it's probably one of the underclassmen.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
The seniors, they're a very neat, tidy group.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you're not telling the truth. You're not telling the truth at all. It's the other guys who have come in, by the way, Austin Perry, Dakota Sunday. Mark, help me. I can't read your writing. Tim Elcon, okay. And Eric Shirley. Very good. Let's meet Austin. Austin, come on up. He's on my list, my notes over here. See above, it says. See above. Austin, good morning to you. How are you?
Pretty good.
Yeah? It's good to have you in the studio with us. I have no idea what he means by see above. Just come on over here and tell me what see above means.
He's an offensive lineman like Mr. Shirley.
He's an offensive lineman like Mr. Shirley. Yeah. Okay. So you're working the offensive line.
Yep.
And you're having fun at it.
Yep.
And you've seen the film of Bishop Guilfoyle, and of course you played against them last year. So what do you anticipate for tomorrow night?
Well, going up against big guys and just getting low on them and, getting a good drive off the ball.
Mm-hmm. Now you're playing on a turf field probably, well, let's look at the forecast. I said tomorrow night. I should have said Friday night. It's probably going to be a dry field, but working on that turf. You guys have been on turf this week, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, just like based off of going against like just regular grass, you get more traction on turf, I feel, and that should go our way better because last week I felt like we didn't have great traction, but we still came out on top. But this week we should be able to block better.
Yeah. Now, you remember the turf from Mansion Park last year, and you've been working where, at Indiana High this week?
Yeah.
You notice a big difference in turf fields, one to the other?
Not really.
No?
I mean, I look at every field the same, basically.
Yeah, all right. What are you getting, coupons there? All right, very good. Well, thanks, Austin. We appreciate it.
Yep, thank you.
Let me see who I have next. Dakota Sunday. Come on down. This is like The Price is Right here this morning. How are you?
Good, how about you?
Yeah, wonderful. So working with this group of guys, you're actually new to the team this year.
Yeah. They accepted me since day one.
Yeah.
So it was really nice of them to do that.
Yeah. So working with this particular group of guys and what you bring to the football team, were the strengths that you had previously, were those strengths that Coach recognized in you right away? You think? Yes. Boy, he looks over at Coach for the answer to that. That's kind of a scary thing.
He's the only one who did that.
He's the only one. Everybody else is pretty well used to you, and they know that deal. But coming onto this football team and working with this group of guys and becoming a member of the Homer Center community has to feel pretty special to you in your senior year.
It's amazing to come over here and then have the ride we're having right now.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
It is.
A lot of fun. Terrific. All right, who have we missed? Tim Alcon, have we talked with you? No. We have not. Here's Mark, my little voice in the back. He and Dakota tied with 5 interceptions apiece.
Yeah.
All right, so defense obviously is a lot of fun for you.
Yeah, I love defense. It's an important part in our game.
So what do you think, as the coaches have been talking with you, about the matchup on Friday night against Bishop Guilfoyle?
I mean, it's a good matchup. We're both really good teams, and we just got to come out and play our best.
Yeah. Now, as you've looked at them, are you seeing a lot of the same guys that you played against last year?
I wasn't able to play last year, but I think
about the same personnel package that you're looking at.
Yeah.
All right. Terrific. All right. Eric Shirley, did we talk with you yet? I keep asking the wrong questions here today. That's amazing. That I get the wrong one every time. You're not a defensive back.
Nah.
I'm just looking at the size. I'm saying this is not a defensive back. So tell me about the season so far for you. The matchups that you've had along the line of scrimmage. In the Heritage Conference, it's a pretty rough conference, and you get down there in the trenches against these guys. You've met some pretty tough guys, haven't you?
Yeah, it's just amazing so far. I love the ride that we're on.
Yeah, I would guess that as you get through the Heritage Conference season and then you get into the District 6 playoffs, the teams that you've played so far in the District 6 playoffs, and you can actually go back to that Portage game, too, since that was a crossover game. Have you noticed a difference in the competition between what you're finding in the Heritage Conference and what you found so far in the postseason?
Yeah, it's been more physical.
Yeah, they're a more physical type of football. Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see because you wonder all throughout the season, don't you?
Yeah.
What's coming up? All right, there you go. All right, did we get everybody? I think we did. Oh, the pressure is just mounting with every second with this guy sitting behind me. My goodness. He never pulls up a chair, Coach Page. Come on back over and visit with us for just a moment. We have just a minute left with the Homer Center football players. And I know, Coach, that this group of guys, the entire group of guys, are very special to you. But I know that the support of the school and of the community is a very special thing for Homer Center, too.
It just goes so deep. I mean, I've said it many times after games. We have tremendous fans. The atmosphere created by the energy and the passion of the community, the fans, the band, just everybody. Media adds to it, of course, with the build-up before games and such. We've been fortunate the last 2 years to have 2 playoff games at home, so that's added to our atmosphere. It's an incredible place. I think these guys will probably feel the impact of it more once they're older and done with it and look back. I think they'll feel the impact a little bit more on how much this community has meant to them and how much they mean to the community. we all as coaches are very proud to be part of that. I think it's just a great energy for a small school program.
Coach, thank you so much for getting the guys. Thanks for coming in, too. We appreciate the fact that you're all able to come and visit with us. Wish you the best in Friday's game. Of course, it'll be right here on AM 1160 WCCS and 101.1 FM against the Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders. All right, Fox News is coming up next. Thank you all for coming in today. It is Indiana.